How's everybody doing? Now I'm sure by now the majority of you remember the grease gun that I got from our friend Herschel. I haven't used it yet in the last couple days, haven't had to, but the big green monster over next to me needs to get serviced. And it's time to break this out of the box and get it dirty. But before we do that, we gotta put a tube of grease in it. So you guys are gonna watch me do this for the first time. It's the same as, according to the instructions, or the destructions, it's the same as the grease guns we've previously had. Pretty straightforward. Take this handle off the end, pull it out, and off to the side. If you guys can see that, it's slotted, or maybe you can't. It is slotted. To pull this rod back out, you go through, unscrew it from the gun, simple as that, right? Well, it's something never really seen before. If you guys can see that, I know it's kind of low lighting. There's actually a screen in there for any foreign material that's in the grease. That's actually pretty sharp. Our grease guns, our tubes of grease, are generally kept out of the dirt and mud, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But then again, it's a nice feature as long as it doesn't give you a headache. Now, got a new tube of grease here. I'm going to pull the cap off the end, just like that. Take the end, the opened end, put it into the tube, slide it in, perfect fit. Now on the end of these, there's just a pull tab, pull it out. Somebody's trying to get a hold of me. Now, hope you're watching close, Herschel, because we're getting it full of grease now. Keep the rod arm, or the rod, pulled out. Put it back into the grease gun. Screw it back in. Tight. Pull this rod straight out of the slot and push it back in, just like that. Now, according to the instructions, to purge all the air that's in the tube, this gun actually comes with a valve for purging the air. Our other grease guns don't, so those can be kind of a bear sometimes to get the air out of them. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to loosen this up. And in doing so, if you guys can see that, but the grease right at the end of my finger here, yeah. There's grease right at the end of this valve that came out from opening it up. So technically, it should be purged of air. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the trigger until we get grease coming out of the end. Alright, that was a whole lot of nothing. Now, according to the instructions, go back and redo, hold on. Go back and re-purge any air that's in the tube after running or hitting the trigger. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to purge it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Just got a bunch of air out of it. I can hear the spring actually moving on the inside too. I'm going to tighten it back up. We're going to try it again. Hopefully this doesn't take too long because the instructions literally just says just to keep repeating this. So we could be here for a while if we're unfortunate. And just like that, guys, we got grease. So this is ready to start being put to work. We're going to go ahead and grease the combine, which unfortunately it's going to be like a week before we can use it. I can touch up the 76, the 46, the 82. The Bobcat could use some love. The round baler is ready to go. Both of the discs. And unfortunately, I don't think we'll be using the 630 disc that much this fall. We might, but after talking to Dad and Ryan, I'm feeling pretty confident that we're probably only going to be using that Earthmaster VT. Just from how impressed we are with how it worked last year and last fall and this spring. It kind of puts a 630 deer to shame. I hate to say it. I'm a deer fan, but a VT disc with notched edges on it has a bit of a leg up on my old 630 with the blades that are kind of in need of repair. But I tell you what, I'm going to set the camera up somewhere and I'll have you guys, you can watch me grease something. So hold on. All right, 6:30 behind me. I'm probably going to speed this up a little bit for you. I won't know until I get into the editing, but I'm going to go ahead and grease this with my DeWalt Electirc 20-volt grease gun, courtesy of Herschel. I'm not saying his last name out of courtesy, but Herschel, as far as this grease gun, I haven't used it yet, but you're the man. I already like this thing. I haven't even had to use it yet. So let's see if I can't put it to work. All right, well, in closing, I like it. It works great. The only problem I had with greasing it is that on these implements like this, dirt gets built up around the grease zerks. I didn't have a screwdriver with me, so I was digging at them a little bit to get the end on, the tip on. But works great. The only thing I'm going to do differently with it, I'm going to put a lock and lube tip on the end. I think it'll make it a monster. But I'm looking forward to using it again and again and again and again. It's going to make it really nice when I go to grease that thing up behind me there. But Herschel, once again, thank you so much. Say, this grease gun is going to be used for many years to come. And heaven forbid if this one has anything happen to it or decides it doesn't want to work for Kister Farms anymore, I'm gonna go buy another one just like it. All right, guys, take care, take it easy, keep in touch.